Yo, what is going on today, guys? I'm here to showcase this Machamp and Aerodactyl deck I built. Um, Honestly, I've always personally thought Machamp was a pretty mid, alright, um, EX Pokemon. I don't think it's like a crazy EX Pokemon. I think they're definitely better. I think it's definitely on the bottom tier of the EX, but I wanted to make a deck with it. So I basically chose to run Aerodactyl with it, just to be able to like guarantee to have a Machamp early game, as obviously we need all the evolutions to go in the Machamp EX, as it's the best card in the deck. Uh, the deck struggles with consistency. One, you need to actually draw a Machamp EX, which is already a problem. And two, because obviously Aerodactyl EX is a fossil, you can't actually search the old Amber out. So sometimes you just have really bad hands with this deck. And you can like take the Aerodactyl package out and run like stuff like Marshadow, Hitmonlee. But I kind of just wanted to do something like different, bro. Like take like a more like Golem aspect, dude, or like an Onyx deck with it. Like only play like the two basics. I do still play two Pokeballs, as we do want to see the other Machop possible in case one has to be used as a sacrifice. But yeah, so we have two Machamp EX lines, we have two Aerodactyl EX lines, two Pokeballs, two potions, just because we want to live as long as possible. One X speed, two Professor Research, the one Sabrina, the one Giovanni, just the one shot, the 130 HP Pokemon. And then we play one Leaf just because Machop is actually a 2 retreat cost for some reason. I mean, you could technically play 2 Leaves instead of the 1 X speed and 1 Leaf, but I like the 1 X speed just in case I need to use like a X speed for Aerodactyl and then like a Professor Research or a Sabrina on the same turn. So that's why I play one of each. Anyways, the deck is, the deck is alright. I'm not gonna like lie and say it's anything crazy. But if you like Machamp EX, it could be a fun deck to try out. Anyways, let's get to the games. Okay, we are going first into a water deck. Hopefully it's not Gyarados, as I would rather not face that. The only good thing is we don't get one shot by Gyarados, but it actually is Dragonite. This is going to be super interesting. Obviously, because Machop's the only basic, we start with Machop, and the only other Pokemon we can get is Machop. Did I put Marshadow in this deck? I honestly cannot remember. I might have, no, I think it's just two Machops. Either way, though, I'm not really threatened by like Dratini or like Dragonite. I mean, the Dragonite sounds pretty scary, but doing some early damage can be super good. And we do actually have a Sabrina also. So if it starts like setting something up in the back and like we draw into Machoke, we could like Sabrina and do some massive damage. So by the time that we do actually get something up, okay, they're just gonna retreat for Druddigon. Honestly, dude, if they don't use an X speed, I'm gonna Sabrina the Dratini back in. And they actually just leave it. And we actually do draw in the Machoke. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be super greedy here. I'm going to attack for the 20. Because if they don't evolve, and if they don't red card us, we can just Sabrina it in and actually knock it out next turn. Unless they place on another basic. But at that point, there's really no reason to like evolve in the Machoke anyways. As we wouldn't be able to evolve in the Machamp if we do top deck it. But they do use the potions, so that a whole play kind of just like goes down. And I'm assuming they're probably just going to attack me. But if they do, it's totally fine. Why do they not attack? That makes just no sense. Yeah, that's the... Oh, they don't have electric. Dude, the electric like blended in with the card. I thought it was just a neutral one, but we actually have two Aerodactyl EXs, but we still don't have the old Amber, which is pretty bad. But yeah, we just attack, and Dratini is basically guaranteed knocked out next turn unless they retreat and put another basic because we have the Sabrina. And if they do that, and we just top deck Machamp, I mean, I might as well just attack the Druddigon. There's no reason to use the Sabrina. I guess what we probably should use the Sabrina if they don't put on anything else, just to guarantee Dragonite coming out and then getting online eventually, because they do have the Dragonair. So like 2 more turns. Yeah, and they have the second Pokeball. So we're probably gonna have to knock. Hopefully, a top deck Machamp would just be the best situation. Yeah, Sabrina's pretty useless now just because we wouldn't be able to knock out this Dratini anyways. We just get another potion, which isn't the worst situation. I mean, we do 2-hit KO the Druddigon, which is the only benefit. It just all comes down to if they actually have the Giovanni or not. I guess in case we set up the Machop in the back. That's the one downside of running the Aerodactyl though in the deck, is you can't search it. So like you could like maybe satellite run like Marshadows instead because you can't search them with the Pokeball. Yeah, I mean, the only benefit of playing Aerodactyl is you do start with Machop, I mean. So if you actually do draw the evolutions pretty fast, it is super easy. They actually have Magikarp also in the deck, which is actually super surprising to me. I wonder if it's like a one Magikarp and then just like two Gyarados situation. But yeah, they have Dragonite use for next turn. I'm actually pretty scared. Not only that, but they might just get a Misty and get a Gyarados set up next turn also. Yeah, okay, that is... It's only one, so it's not super important, but it could be. Yeah, we just draw a second Machoke. Honestly, dude, we're very screwed if they have a Leaf. And I don't know what we do. Low-key, I'm gonna Sabrina, and I basically have to bank on them bringing out Dragonite, not having another potion, and only knocking out one of the Machokes, and they just put Dragonair in. So hopefully they don't have an X speed or something like that. There really isn't a reason to potion up. I mean, I guess I might. No, yeah, there's no reason to potion up. I might as well just leave it in case like one Machoke is like 150 damage and the other one takes 50. Then I could use two of them on the one that just took 50. But yeah, if I don't draw into something pretty useful here, I'm pretty screwed. Yeah, they have Leaf anyways. The best situation would be to top deck a Machoke or a Machamp EX and only having Dragonite knock out one Machoke. So it all comes down to the randomness. Yep, okay. Exactly. All we dude, if we top deck Machamp, we still win this game. It all comes down to this. Oh, dude, we really needed that in Machamp. That's the one unfortunate thing about this deck. Like, Machamp EX is super, like, reliant, obviously, as a stage 2, drawing the whole evolution line. It was still a good game, and we still had a chance to win. Literally, drawing Machamp would honestly give us a victory. As Gyarados isn't set up, we could just two-shot it before it even comes up. And we just knock out everything else. It was a close game, but yeah, we just have to concede. Ooh, this is actually a super good start of Machoke and or I always say Machoke for the first evolution. Machamp and Machoke with the old Amber. They do have Mew, which isn't really like scary, as I don't know what deck they're playing. Some sort of side deck water deck. I'm actually really happy Mew's in the active spot. Side deck is super toxic and like annoying. If we had a Professor Research, we don't have a Professor Research, so not like it really matters that much. But because we go second, dude, we can do the 20 damage, instantly evolve on the next turn, and then start doing 50 damage with Machoke. And then in the next 2 turns, if we actually obviously draw into Machamp, at that point, dude, we just start doing massive 120 damage swings. And we probably should be unstoppable, as we also have the 2 potions in our hand. Okay, so they're using an X speed, most likely going to bring a side deck in. That is super annoying if we top deck a Professor Research. If we don't top deck a Professor Research, I don't really care about this. Or if we draw a Giovanni, we actually can one-shot the side deck, which is super huge for us. The only downside is if they're doing this play, okay, we actually top deck a Professor Research, bro. That's actually super annoying. The only good thing is we do have Machoke, so if they do evolve into Golduck, I'm pretty sure Golduck only does 70 damage. Or does it do not? No, yeah, Golduck does 70 damage. I don't need a potion up yet, as it would be a waste of 10 HP. So we just attack side deck, guarantee knockout Golduck next turn if it does evolve. And then, I mean, if it doesn't evolve, it just attacks us again. That's actually super annoying, as we still can't use the Professor Research. But at least we don't take massive damage. We only take 20 damage, and we can just potion up. So, okay, I'm really curious on what they're playing. I wonder if they're playing, like, low-key side deck, Mew EX Stall for, like, a Blastoise build. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, as they have, like, all the active spots. Maybe they just didn't draw, like, Squirtle or something. Let's see what we draw. And we actually draw a second Machoke, which is possibly nice. I mean, if we could use the Professor Research. We potion up. So we're at full health again. I wonder what's going to come in after this, like... I wonder if they're just going to put the second side deck in the stall more. Or if they're going to use like a Mew to like take 2 hits. I really hope they put Mew in, just so I can use Professor Research and hopefully draw into something useful. Because like top decking a Professor Research and a Geodude would actually be godlike. I said top decking Professor Research, I meant top decking a Machamp with the Professor Research. So it looks like they're just going to solve the Golduck and then try to copy my attack with Mew EX. We actually do top deck a Professor Research, so we should be drawing Aerodactyl or Machamp EX anytime soon. Aerodactyl EX is cool. And we do have the second Machamp with the Machoke, so, I mean, how many do we have? 9 cards left in our deck. We're guaranteed to draw 3 next turn with our next turn, and then the Professor Research, so, unless we're super unlucky, Machamp EX should be online next turn, and we should have a Geo, and even if Mew EX does copy our attack, it's not gonna, it doesn't have like as much HP obviously as either Machoke. Well, I mean, obviously it has more than Machoke, but it only does 50 damage. And Machamp has like, what, 170, so we're totally chilling. And if we draw the Giovanni, we just guaranteed knock out the one with full HP, so. Okay, I'm gonna actually, well, there's no point of using a Pokeball as we only have 2 basics in the deck. Let's just Professor Research. And then hopefully, okay, we draw Geo and another Old Amber. That's not really what I wanted, to be honest. Let's just use the Pokeball just to make sure. Yeah, for some reason, I couldn't remember if I played like Marshadow for some reason. But I guess we just set up the other Machamp. I mean, there's no reason to do anything else. And yeah, I guess we just attack. Mew will probably come in, copy our attack, but that's the only play they could do. We should honestly just be able to get like a free win off of this game. I totally forgot when Mew copies an attack, bro, and they attack a fighting type. I forgot they actually get the bonus still, but we actually end up top decking Machamp EX with the Giovanni. Super clutch. I mean, even if we didn't, we did have more cards. Like we had Aerodactyl, which actually would just been able to two-shot the Mews, so we still would have been fine. But yeah, we just guaranteed the win off of this, and yeah, that is finally showing off. Machamp EX finally coming online. And also showcase how like good, even if you don't draw Machamp, like Machoke, it's still pretty decent. I mean, 100 HP for 50 damage. It's nothing crazy, dude, but it's also pretty respectable at the end of the day. And it can get the job done. Dude, this would have been such a good hand going first. Only because we'd be able to set up Aerodactyl with the obviously Old Amber on our next turn. Which would actually, that would have been super good against the Rapidash deck. The only good thing about also going second with this hand is we did have Machamp and Machoke, so we could do a replay of last game, do the 20 damage swing, and unless they have the basic Rapidash from a Blaine, dude, we actually are still fine. That is something I'm actually scared about, though. I'm not going to lie, but we can't, like, if they have that, dude, we have that. Like, I could have set up Aerodactyl in the back for that play. I think attacking with Machamp and then evolving the Machoke next turn is just such a good play. And I kind of have to like take the 50-50 if they actually have those 2 cards, because they could be playing the new Rapidash. I think they actually have it. Yeah, we might just lose off of this instantly, dude. Hold up. Do they have the Blaine? They have the Blaine, bro. I knew something in my head was telling me to step the Aerodactyl, dude, but I just went for it. Yeah, that's super unfortunate, dude. I think we low-key lose this game. I think if we set up on the Aerodactyl, I think we would have had a really good chance. Well, at least we have the potion. If they don't have another Blaine, we're still fine. And oh, we actually draw the second one. That's huge. Okay, the question is, do I set up the one? No, I think I just set up the one in the active spot, because I could like potentially draw into an X speed and then swap out. And if we do, okay, as long as they don't have a potion and we were able to knock this Rapidash out, let's say they don't evolve Vulpix, then they can't bring Vulpix out, and then we get a free knockout on Magmar. Okay, well, they set up Ninetales. Okay. At least we have the potion, but the potion only brings us to 120. Yeah, maybe I should just set up the one in the back to have full HP. But if they waste their Blaine now, I could just use this one that takes some damage. Yeah, it all comes down, honestly, if they have the second Blaine, but it's going to be a very close game. And honestly, I can see either of us winning at this point. Okay, Professor Research into Machamp, bro. If only we still had the Machamp, bro. That would have been such a good start. Yeah, we just evolved the other one. We do have, oh, I just realized we actually Professor Researched into 2 potions. This is actually huge. So now we actually do live a Ninetales with a Blaine. And if we could draw a Geo next turn to guarantee the one-shot on Ninetales, we're in a super good position also. It really all comes down to if they have a Blaine or if we top deck the Geo. That's like our only win condition. As yeah, we honestly just have to top deck the Geo. Unless we draw into like a Machoke, and then we could like sacrifice that, honestly. Which we might have to do. Let's see if we can draw into one. Oh, dude, thank God. That was our one way to actually get out of this predicament. Because now we put this in. And there's 2 options. We retreat with this, and obviously with the 1 retreat on Aerodactyl, we are able to still attack next turn if it goes like down. Because we put the other energy on it. We attack Ninetales, and they're forced to either stay in and then get knocked out next turn. I guess they technically could use a Sabrina, but we have the other Aerodactyl for that. Well, they locked themselves out of Aerodactyl and Blaine. And if they do this, they have nothing else in the back of energy. So unless they draw like another Blaine with the Rapidash, we actually are in a super good spot. I also could use the other Aerodactyl to stall like one turn, evolve on the Machoke and then Machamp and then take a couple hits, but we only live 2 hits from Ninetales. I just didn't think it was worth it. I think doing this to guarantee the knockout on Ninetales was super important. Because yeah, now they're just forced to either stay in, take the knockout, they have no energy, so unless they have a second Rapidash, which they technically haven't evolved yet, so they might not have one. So they end up attacking. Dude, I low-key, yeah, I just have to attack the Ninetales. Yeah, literally, I mean, they also could have like Rapidash from Geo. Is also another way we lose. We kind of need to like low-key. We still might just lose regardless, honestly. If they evolve in the Rapidash, they'll have the Geo because we can't knock it out on one hit. Okay, if they're sending in Magmar, that means they have to either X-Speed or Leaf out. Like double X-Speed if they have 2 X-Speeds. Or use a Leaf, but if they use a Leaf, then they're locked out of things. So we get the guaranteed knockout because Magmar has 80 HP. So that tells me they didn't have Rapidash. So they just drew. Do they have 2 XPs and a Blaine? It literally comes down to this. How much HP did this Rapidash have? It has 100. So we would neither draw a Sabrina if they actually end up switching, and they just concede. See, what I would have done if I was them is I would have put in Rapidash either way, because if you don't draw Rapidash in that situation, it's just a lose. Like, it was either just guarantee the top, like, or bet on the top deck, or put in Magmar and then risk just losing. So that was a super good game, bro, but thank God we actually won. At least Aerodactyl, like, we showcased Aerodactyl this game. Last game was Machamp EX, so